body is very limited to the spectrum that we can reach. We can the eye interpret lights that comes into our senses. You see, the senses of eye can only see the spectrum of light this far. That's why we have the infrared to help us see at the night. That's why some of the animal can see further than our human eye. It means that our humanoid body were limited with the spectrum of the entity that we see, that we hear, that we touch, that we smell. So we have enough capability to see something short within our reach. Beyond our reach, we call them the sixth sense. The sixth sense will work with one of the five senses to be able to capture the knowing beyond our reach. So this is how some of us practice our sixth sense a lot. Then we are able to expand our energy beyond our reach, because the sixth sense is the knowing element. It is like an antenna. You cannot see the signal that has been sending out, or our signal has been receiving from somewhere around us that we cannot see by our eyes. That is why we get confused when we did not see the spirits, but we know that they are all around us. We cannot see the radio signal, but the radio signal, once you tune in, it produces the sound. You can, for example, me, I am sitting here somewhere in the US, but somewhere out there in the world, like in France, in any other country around the world, you see me, because the same spectrums will tune in with the same frequency. Human knows that. That's why we produce technology based on protocol of the same frequency. That is how we can communicate. It is the same thing as spirits. Spirits see spirits. And the feelings of a mother to a child, don't think that the sixth sense is nonsense. It is a sense that you cannot prove, but it proves that it exists. For example, the bonding of the mother and a child who is so pure. When the child get into trouble, the mother will feel something is wrong, and they send the signal to one another to ask for help. There are certain cases around the world, it happens so strangely like that. One of the very true situations that I never forget is when a mother feels that their child is drowning, but their child is 100 kilometers joining the school for their excursion, and the child is drowning in the lake. The mother feels the drowning of the child. She don't know what to do. She cannot contact by telephone, but in under the water, when the child has been rescued by some of the Coast Guard, that they rescued him, the child say he saw his mother and hear his mother voice while he is drowning. He is following his mother voice back to the surface, and there are a hand of her mother reach down under the water and pull him up. So what does that mean? It does not mean that once we cannot see things, we cannot communicate things. The sixth sense capability is beyond the humanoid reach. We already innate with this kind of energy within us. This proves that the psychic ability is already innate within our soul. Every one of us has that capability inside of us for forever, but we don't know how to use them. We just know how to we just give in to the five senses, and the sixth sense either is too far to be reached and we ignore them. That is how we ignore the energy that exists within us. To practice them, you cannot use the five sense, which is too narrow scope, to judge the sixth sense. The sixth sense is far more powerful. You cannot use the way that you see from the camera to judge how important is the antenna of the on the roof of your house, because the antenna is always far away from you and you cannot relate. But for what reason it receives and translate all these signal into something that you understand and you can hear, you can see, or the TV signal? It is the same thing. The signal of your sixth sense transform to the knowing element. You don't know how you know, but you know it. This is how the knowing element activate. So if you practice more and more each day to exercise your feelings, to exercise, because they give feeling. Knowing element, the spirit learn by feeling. I have talked in this channel for many times. Learn your feelings, but do not trust it yet, because you cannot understand how the length of the things that you know that comes to you, or how long is the distance, how far is it, in form of distance and in form of time. You might know something before time. So those things are the sixth sense activating. So you have to slowly use your intelligence to extract it, find the meaning within it, and then use them by not like everything spirit or everything material, everything that you believe. You don't choose side. You know how to use the tools and energy that innate within you the way they are. You don't mix them up. Okay, so once you know how to use the tools that innate within your body and your soul, you know how to use them in certain time for what reason. So sometimes it comes, it gives you a lot of things that, but you can never relate with it. It comes into your dream, for example. So that is how the sixth sense is trying to send the message to you. A lot of time they are like that. And I hope that these are the basic that you will need to learn and understand about energy, about the spectrums of energy around us. So human cannot understand the spectrum, a lot of spectrum beyond our science yet. But we will one day will learn more and more spectrum and how energy works, and there is more and more knowledge will come to this earth and give us and some kind of a spiritual enlightenment or a technology enlightenment. So use our senses, our constructive mind to give us the understanding of our true self. You will not be lost in the sixth sense world, or you will not be mind fixed to the five senses world. So use all of them to integrate in your life intelligently. Hi everyone, thank you very much for coming to support my channel. Ongpor spiritual guide. For more than 10 years, I have been searching throughout the world for the spiritual knowledge. With my experience, I am trying to run this show to show you the evidence that we found and the analytical part that where and about of the spiritual knowledge. This is to give you the searching of your own spiritual path to gain your own enlightenment. If you like my channel, please subscribe, press like, and share it to your friends. And for those of you who want to create the great merit with us by building the sanctuary of PDJ or Palangjit Thamachakawan in the US, please follow this donation channel. I hope that every one of you who join me will have a good health, good luck, and prosperity. Anantajit.